Hey guys, it's Jack. I'm back with another video for you guys. I know it's been a long time, but hopefully you find some value in this one. Today I want to talk about women's state. Women, when you are approaching them, they are either receptive or unreceptive. Now, most people think that means, receptive to your approach or unreceptive to your approach. That's not what I mean. What I want to say is when they are receptive, they are down to hook up with you. And when they are not receptive, just because they give you the number, just because they came to your house, if they didn't hook up with you, they were not in a receptive state. And you will figure this out if you are doing high volume approach. So if you're approaching upwards of 20 to 30 women a day, that's a day, not a week, then you will start to see that many of them are just in a state to hook up, and the majority of them are not in a state to hook up. This will take you time to figure out. And another way you can kind of logically determine this is think about yourself or just some other guy. If he were to go up to 100 women and say, hey, I saw you, I thought you looked cute. Do you want to go home to my house and watch a movie? That's all he would say. How many of those women do you think would say yes? Well, there would be very few. Maybe it would be one, maybe two in 100, right? So the majority of women would say no to that. Now, if we reverse the situation and put a woman, let's say she's average to cute looking, same like the guy, and we put her in that same situation and had her approach 100 guys and say, hey, I think you are attractive, or you're handsome, or you're cute, whatever. Would you like to go to my house and watch a movie with me? How many of those guys do you think would say yes to that? Well, it would be at least 90%, not let's take out the gay guys and maybe, somebody who's not interested, but an overwhelming majority of the guys would be down to go to the girl's house and watch a movie. And that's how you figure out it's not the same way in reverse. Now, women embody these states. I see it more like they're like cats. And from what I've seen and in my experience over 20 years, it's very hard to change a woman's state. So if she's not interested or down to hook up, I'm not saying it can't be done. In rare cases, you may be able to say something or, hit upon something that makes her flip over, like her state will flip over and she will be receptive to hooking up and having sex with you. But it's very, very rare. The majority of instances, she's either in that state or she's not. And there are a couple other things that come into play here. A woman may be in state, but there is also something called a looks threshold, where she may be in state to hook up with someone, but because of her looks threshold, she may not be down to hook up with you. And that's also fine. It's hard to figure out if it's because of your looks or just because of her state. You will never truly know that. But that should be motivation for you to improve your looks, hit the gym, and do, as much as you can to improve the way you look, your appearance, your style, whatever. All that, haircuts, fall into your looks. And I will make a separate video on looks and how important they are. I didn't think they were as important, but they are super important in modern dating. It turns out that women are a lot more shallow than I thought previously, and I will go into that as well. Well, I hope this has been valuable to you. A lot of guys take rejection very personally. They feel it has something to do with them, when in a majority of the cases, I could send the best looking guy and have him talk to 100 girls and invite him over to his place. And out of 100, he would probably maybe get 4 or 5 to come over. Now, I'm not saying a better looking guy won't do better than an average looking guy. Of course he'll do better. What I'm saying is he will still get rejected the majority of the time. So if you're not as good looking, if you're just some average looking dude, you will have to approach more women and work harder to get the same results as a good looking guy. Okay? All right, I hope that's been helpful. I made this video for you. I want you to go out there, approach